Hey, what's up? It's Fire Change here to do messages for you, Gemini. Gemini, this is going to be what you may need to know, okay? Moving forward. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Please do like, please do comment, please do subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Those that been here with me, thank you so much for your dedicated support. I appreciate you much, and you knows that I do. All right, let me see. Let me get this right here. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the messages. I don't want the camera to fall now. Because I'm supposed to be over here. Okay, between the moon and the sun. But it's all right. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these messages. See what's going on. What you may need to know. You, Gemini. I had to put emphasis on you. Okay. Gemini. 2, 3. Okay. Center yourself. You need to center yourself. Set clear boundaries. Okay. Ooh, you got 4, Jim. You got 4. We got 4. All right, so we got center yourself. Set clear boundaries. We got release other people's emotions and make peace with uncertainty. Okay, so let's get on this here. It says center yourself, Gemini. Take a few deep breaths to regain your center. Now you can approach life with a more meaningful, for a more meaningful life. I was like, Take a few deep breaths to regain your center. Now you can approach life for a more meaningful place. Well, I keep saying that. For a more mindful place. Okay. It's not the time yet. Okay. So you may want to do something here. Okay. And you're waiting for the right time. You'll have to wait for the right time here, Gemini. All right. So it's a need for you, again, to center yourself. All right. This is not the divine right time to take any action. So there's a need for you to be patient. Okay. The opportune moment is approaching. So it's a need for you to be patient. These. Okay. Number 20 could be significant to you for you. It's not the time yet, John. All right, so it's a need for you to just pace yourself. Breathe. You may want to take on some type of, take on something here, do something here, take some action or something, and it's not the right time. You may be getting some no answers, or you may be getting some answers where, yeah, you don't have enough information to find this reverse. Yeah. It's about something that may have ended, or is something here that you're looking to transform. Okay. You're looking to transform something. It's something here that could be very toxic. Something here that's very heartbreaking. Okay. Something here that's very stressful. And you want to close this cycle out and start something new with the Ace of Cups. Okay. And go to karma waters with it. What's the Hierophant? This can also be a divorce. It's still a need to take, it might be, it's a process today. You already know how that goes. Queen of Scoops, Queen of Pentacles, cross the ear. This is about your stability. This is either something here you're not sure of yet. You don't have enough information. You don't have enough knowledge to the situation when it comes down to the stability of it, what can come out of it, how stable you can be in it, with it, around it, however that goes. This can also be where you could be divorcing a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, more emphasis on the Taurus. This can also be where you have to center yourself when it comes down to something in the justice system, something here that requires you to, it's not to be more grounded in, it's just something here, it's a process that has to take place. This could be paperwork, okay, Page of Swords. Like I said, it's some information that you still need to get. It's about the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. This could be an inheritance. Okay, it could have been something that went on a job or something like that. You're trying to take it to court. It's something here where you're trying to take something to court. You're trying to get some type of information. You're trying to be stable and grounded in this situation. And it has a lot to do, like I said, it's either a divorce. This is not a breakup here. This is something a little bit more serious than that. Not to say that the breakup isn't serious, but this is like a requirement of like contracts and things like that. Yeah. Five of Wands. This is a lot of interference. People are opposing this, okay? A particular person could be opposing this, going against you in whatever form or fashion they could. Because like I said, this could be a court situation where there's a fight or a battle in court. There's a lot of other people giving their input on how to do something or what transpired or how it transpired. Yeah, this is about you taking some type of action. This could be a lovers. This could just be you, Gemini, taking action. When it has something to do with the 10 of Cups. Now, this can actually be a family dynamic, all right? Again, it could be a divorce settlement here, and it's just a lot of back and forth of who did what tick for tack, and who's going to get the house, the cat, the dog, okay, who's going to get the visitation with the kids, okay, Page of Cups, it could be a child involved, somebody here could also be pregnant, but again, there goes the Empress. Yeah, somebody here could be getting a divorce, Hangman, hanging in limbo about healing something here in a way where you could get balance, okay, healing something when it comes down to the money. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn child as well. Yeah, this is about investments. This is about assets. This is about a contract. Yeah, it's something here that's just been taking a long time, 2 years, 2 months, 2 days, 2 weeks, taking how it resonates. But this is somebody here who is just like, look, I'm finally done. We're going down this path. We've been down this path. This is something here where I don't care how long it takes or what I got to do to overcome whatever challenges I got to overcome to make sure that this one is definitely overcame. Exactly. This could be somebody here behind the scenes. If you are married, it's behind the scenes, juggling their finances, juggling with trying to take a risk when it comes down to something from the past. Somebody here, if you are getting divorced and it's about settlements and stuff, somebody here is trying to secretly put away certain things. So so that's not on paperwork where you're getting a part of that investment. Okay, somebody here is just like, look, you're not going to get everything. Maybe you are entitled to a lot, and somebody here wants to make sure that you don't get all of that. Okay, so for you, Gemini, it's a need for you to center yourself. Okay, it is not a divine's right time right now. It's not divine's timing. It's going to be in divine's timing, but it's not the right time right now for you to take action on this. There's a need for you to step back. There's a need for you to be patient. Okay, the time is going to come where you about to just bust out. Okay, or present whatever information, or it's something that may falls in your lap and has to fall in your lap at a particular time, or you have to get this information at a particular time. Okay, it's just designed to set up that way. So trust in God. Okay, trust in your angels. Okay, listen to your intuition when it comes down to you moving forward in this situation. Okay, all right. Moving on, we got set clear boundaries, Gemini. Excuse me, is a need. Empower yourself by setting limits, such as saying no to a request or socializing less. This kind of self-care creates more respectful, healthful relationships. Okay, you don't got to be at everybody begging call. When they call you, you showing up. No, if you need time for yourself, you need time for yourself. Don't let nobody bumgard you. In a way where it's like, you're always there. So they come off and it's like, hey, let me go to Jim and see what's up with Jim. Maybe Jim give me some information. This could be just friends that's always coming through or something like that. And you're always socializing. And it's like, you know what, just not right now. I'm going through my own thing, or I'm trying to figure things out, or I'm making some arrangements where, I want to put certain things on pause, or it's just somebody here who can be someone who oversteps their boundaries. Okay. It's like, okay, I said I'll call you back, but you just keep calling me. It could be as simple as that. And you got to be like, listen, look, I'm busy from the hours of so-and-so and so-and-so, and I will not be accepting any calls. So just don't call or text until that time. That's it. Okay. It could be as simple as that, okay? So let's see. And this is with family, friends, co-worker, whoever the hell it is, okay? It says have no fear. Okay, so this means fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Okay, so this may be a situation where it's not that you have the fear, but it's more along the lines where you're just not saying no to someone. You're just not saying no when it comes down to them overstepping your boundaries. It's like you're letting them kind of just, okay, all right, they tapping. They ain't poking. They just tapping. But you don't want them to keep tapping to where it start feeling like a poke and then you just go off. Okay, so if you need your time, Gemini, if somebody coming at you sideways from their mouth is how they talk to you. Okay, sometimes you have to reintroduce yourself. Okay, there ain't nothing wrong with that. You're not going to talk to me like that. Okay, I'm not allowing it. I'm not allowing you to run amok in my life because it's my life and I have control of it. You're not going to come over here and you're just going to do what you want when you want. And you're not going to pull your shit off on me. And I said I wasn't ready. I said I wasn't ready. Okay, you didn't even ask me if I was ready yet. So you can pick that shit up and pick it up, pick that stuff up, and you can carry that back with you out the door because I'm not looking to take that on. Not today. Okay, maybe not tomorrow. All right. All right. This can also be with children. Take it how it resonates, Gemini. Set clear boundaries. Being very clear. Okay. This could even be with a lover or a friend or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Eight of swords, eight of dice. Okay, so this is definitely about you being in your head about new beginnings. Okay, and you moving forward and apologies. Okay, we got the five of cups, knight of cups, five of cups. A new beginning when it comes down to somebody here coming in here offering. Okay, this could be you being apologetic to yourself, or this is an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius who feels in regret when it comes down to apologizing for having a new beginning. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. This person wants to get grounded. Okay, this person could have actually had an opportunity to walk away from you. Okay, or somebody here could be walking away from a Sagittarius. All right, and they want to come in here and they want to apologize to you because they may have left you to go to the Sagittarius. Setting clear boundaries is saying, look, I like you as a friend. It was all good then. Okay, you made your decision. It is what it is. Okay, so coming over here to try to make it right with me as giving me an apology, that's good and everything. I forgive you. Forgive me. Okay, but you could go ahead about your business because what's not going to happen is this again. Bit my tongue. Somebody here don't want me to talk about it. What's not going to happen is this again. This is not going to happen again. Okay, I'm not going to be in my head about this. I'm not going to be, you're not just going to just be calling me and keep pressuring me to want to be with you, talk to you, be around you. It's not going to work. Okay, we said what we had to say. You done what you had to do. I'm doing what I have to do. And I don't want any parts of that. So even if you came back, it would be more along the lines of an apology and dot 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 dot. Not just I apologize. Yeah, you will have to come in here and actually yeah, follow the protocol now because the boundaries is being set. If they aren't, Gemini, set these boundaries and be real clear about your boundaries to not be crossed. You can't pop up at my house. You can't call my phone. You can't come up here on my job. You can't. I don't care if you got roses, candy, wine, and a pair of shoes. This is not going to happen. Okay, you can go and get the bracelet and the necklace. Okay, you could go ahead and give me the gift cards and all of that. But it's real clear on what it is that I'm saying to you. So stop acting like you didn't get the memo. What's the Eight of Swords? Yeah. Page of Pentacles. Sideways. So this is about you being in your head about an opportunity that you're looking at as it's fickle. It's a fickle opportunity. Like, okay, I hear you. Yeah. Because it's something here that just took so long to come around. Okay. Again, this could be the choosing of somebody else. Okay. Two of Wands. This is the choosing of somebody else that somebody here did. Somebody chose somebody else. Nine of Swords. Now they're stressed out behind the scenes. And that's a day problem and not yours. So them coming back around is for you to set clear boundaries. I don't care if it's a friend, co-worker, lover, whoever it is. Okay. If they already made an issue in the past where they couldn't be connected with you in some form of fashion, or how they presented themselves or showed up to you or operated on truth of what they were saying, it didn't work then. And even if you come in with an apology, it's not that it won't work now. It just won't work at the pace that they are expecting from you. How can I put that? Okay, so how it was then, It was a meeting of the minds. It was matching. Everything was good, but then it fell off. So however it fell off, you didn't have the clarity on that, but you gave yourself your own clarity. Okay, you already had intuitively guided to understand and know what it was, why it went the way it went. You might not have specific details, but it was just enough for you to say, "I'm gonna close that door." I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna kick my own little rock and skip to the loo, my darling boo boo. All right, and that's what the hell is going to happen, and that's what's been happening, or that's what's going to happen. And like I said, somebody here could be coming back with an opportunity, but it's like you can't get the same energy you got the first time, because you already messed up. There's something here already took place. Page of Cups. Sorry, Page of Pentacles. Exactly. Now you get the Eight of Wands reversed. Yeah. Now you're defensive. Okay. Or will be. Because that's what setting clear boundaries is about. You being very defensive and protective of yourself and your energy now. When it comes down to the Seven of Cups. Okay. The option. Two. You have the option to. Six of Wands. Go to a very victorious place by the Six of Swords. And being very calm when it comes down to an Ace of Cups. Okay. Well, how you feel for the person. Okay. Ending that cycle and starting something new. But again, it's a lot of stress and anxiety. So it's like you're going to be on the fence. You may be on the fence with whether you want to balance things out or if you want to move things forward or however this is with this opportunity from this particular person that's coming in. But it's a thing of saying it's just is what it is. Okay. It's the Eight of Wands and it's reversed. Okay. You may not be at a distance, could be at a distance. Eight of Wands is about communication. You ain't really got too much to say. And if you do got something to say, you're talking about the burdens. You ain't talking about the love aspect of it. You're talking about the burdens, but you're putting love on it. You're talking about the why you can't really take up this opportunity the way they expecting you to. They probably expecting you to just jump on it. A jump on it. A jump on it. Ain't no jumping on nothing. When you was jumping on it, you ain't accepted when it was, you was getting jumped on. I don't want to be jumping on it no more. Okay? No more jumping on the bed. Okay, so it's like, listen, like, because it goes back to the Seven of Wands for me. Now you're, like I said, you're very overly protective of yourself now, overly protective, especially when it comes down to this person trying to present an opportunity here. So setting those boundaries with this particular person and letting them know, like, listen, I'm protecting myself, I'm guarding my heart, I'm guarding it all. Okay, everything, head to toe, is protected. All right, definitely from this person. Because you're not trying to go back into that cycle again. That's it and that's all. So don't come over here with that. Because you're not going to like it. It ain't going to go right back to how it used to be. Okay? Charlie or Charlie Ann. It ain't happening. Period. Gemini said, no, 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 no. Go, 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 go. That's what he said, Jim. That's what he said. All right, moving forward. We got release other people's emotions. Period. Ask yourself, is this emotion mine? Exhale uncomfortable feelings that are not yours so they don't linger in your body. Inhale light and space. Yeah, that ain't mine to deal with. You gonna carry on. Carry away. I'm not holding that. I ain't keeping that. You ain't dropping that off over here. Where? Not at all. Ain't gonna happen, Captain. Yeah. Take control of your thoughts. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. It's not somebody else's. It could be other people's input as well. You could be just having a conversation with somebody and they could be giving you advice. Okay. And you could be looking into that. Your mind could be erasing in a way of their perspective, and then you're feeling some type of way. But it's a projection. It's like the wheels is turning on to see it their way. And of course, if you're very empathic, then you're going to actually settle into those emotions of that person, because you can actually feel that. You can actually feel why their perspective, what it was the way it was, because their experience that they had with this similar situation you may have, and you feel all of those feels that they felt. Okay, and then sometimes you could just stay there there with it for a second, okay? Because again, and that's someone else's emotions, that's not yours, you know, because you may express that you may need some information, or you're trying to get some type of leeway by some type of answer or whatever it is that you're trying to get, and you're venting to this person about it and how you feel, and you might not even have like a feeling of, it might not be that bad. It might just be where you're just pondering things like, man, I just don't understand. And, but when this person presents, it's like, oh, it could be negative, however it goes. And it's like somebody's just like, yeah, speaking about how they experience something. And now you're feeling all of that like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do that. No, listen. That's they feeling, their experience. Okay, that's just like somebody coming in and saying, and you say, I'm about to go work over here, or I applied for this job and I got an interview and it's going to go like this, or whatever the case may be, or, I got to go all the way up here to this place. Oh, I remember working there. Oh, they off the chain there, honey. You don't want to work there. They is chaotic. They is this, they, that, and the third. They don't pay well. They nasty. This could be a whole bunch of that, right? And it's like, oh, they probably don't hire you anyway because who you are, or maybe they don't do females, or maybe they don't do too many males, or maybe they don't they prefer a different gene, or whatever. Okay. But what's for you is what's for you. And how about you did the interview and they called you back and you got the job? And this person could have been like, I was trying for months with that job. They ain't give it to me. Or when you get into the job, you love the job, and they immediately you are skyrocketing to the next step. Okay, you're leveling up. Okay, now your position has changed within the next 3 months, and this person is over here like, oh, they ain't do that to me. But that's you. Maybe you weren't supposed to go there. That wasn't your journey. That wasn't your stop. That wasn't for you. It was for me. So that's why it's real good to not take on other people's emotions, because you can also miss out on your own opportunity. Okay, because what wasn't for them don't have nothing to do with you. It's just because y'all connected, y'all friends, y'all lovers, y'all ace boon coons. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But don't take on someone else's ideas to have you running in a different direction opposite to how you're feeling, because that's all their feelings. Okay, and they had to go that way. But you're on this path this way, and whether y'all journeying in a way where you're still connected to each other, still your path is totally different. So don't miss out again on opportunities that can actually save your life. Okay, or opportunities you're supposed to experience because it helps you along your journey on your path. Okay, so don't do that. My opinion. Queen of Wands reverse. Yeah. Queen of Wands reverse. Death. Look, can't even get it. It's all messed up. Cards falling all over the place. Yeah, the Lovers, you. They just coming out reverse. The Musician reverse. What? The World sideways. A lot of major arcana once we got the Death. Yeah, this is a major thing right here. And then we get the Five of Cups reverse. And what about the Five of Cups reverse? Yeah, then you get the Hermit sideways. See what I'm saying? Yeah, you're doing it's a lot of people projecting onto you here, Gemini. And don't let somebody hear, look, the Star sideways. Dang. Okay, so let me before I keep pulling, let me go ahead. So you start off with the Queen of Wands reverse. Okay, so this is somebody here. This is either an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius who's very manipulative. Okay, this is somebody, if this is a person. Okay, this person right here, when it comes down to it, is not trying to make the changes they need to make. This could be a lover. Okay, they're not making a head of a heart decision. They're not in tune with their emotions by way of saying that they're tired of experiencing or going through what they've been going through. They're not looking to make the changes that they need to make. They're talking, but they're not putting any action behind it. It's not, it hasn't burned enough. It hasn't gotten to a point where they're pushed. Okay, it's like they're just getting the nudge, but they're not taking the action. Procrastinating right here. Okay, procrastinating by way of doing whatever it is that they always done, to get what it is that they want, and they're good with that. Okay, the musician is about using all the tools necessary. Again, somebody here isn't. Okay, they're not manifesting. They're not doing what it is that they need to do to move things forward. Not closing out cycles that needs to be closed out, keeping them open, the door halfway or the door cracked. Okay, they're not in regret about none of it. Okay, but they are emotionally closed off. When it comes down to going in introspection, it's not like somebody here doesn't know. They know they need to heal. They know, but they're not doing it. Okay, they're not doing it. If this is you, then this is you procrastinating. You're procrastinating on what you need to do because you're looking at other people. You're operating out of how other people feel, how other people may look at you, how other people may view you. In a situation where you're moving forward or trying to take on something, it's like, but I might lose friends if I do this. Okay, well then they wasn't your friends if you're losing them. I'm just saying, if you're going to do something that's better for you, if you're going to do something that is very creative, something you love, something you're passionate about, or just you want to take a risk on because you think it would be beneficial for you in any form or fashion, and you got somebody here who is telling you not to do it and it's a friend, then I would question that. I would question it because it's like if you know it's beneficial for you and you keep saying it's something that I really, 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 really would love to do or want to do, then you go ahead and do that. I mean, I'm sure if it ain't nothing got nothing to do with robbing the bank or anything like that, I would hope not. But anything where it comes down to it being see, it's helping you with your stability. It's helping you deal with your trauma. It's helping you to come closer to God. It's helping you to open up. It's enlightening you in some form of fashion. Then you got people who just like, no, I don't think that's gonna be a good idea. You should go this way. You should go that. Okay, you should go that way. Could you go now? Thank you. Okay, because and now you're looking at how they're going to think of you if you decide to do it after they already said no. They might not be there. And that's okay because maybe they aren't supposed to be there. All right. So this is a lot of procrastinating. If this has anything to do with the relationship, then you're holding on to the emotions of someone else and what they did to you, and you're pouring it into a relationship or a connection that you have with someone. And that's what's hindering you from moving forward. All right. This musician reverse is about you not really manifesting. It's not so much as manifesting. You could pray for it all day, but you're not putting in the work. You're not using also the tools around you that helps you to move yourself forward. Okay, it's like you're sitting there. It's like, okay, the bike needs you to get the screwdriver and screw it, but instead you want to try to do it with your nail because you're too lazy to go get the screwdriver that's over there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, let's not. Okay, and then you're not going into a deep introspection, but you thought about it. Okay, you thought about your healing, you thought about your wishes, you thought about, closing out the cycle, you're emotionally closing yourself off, but you're not. The thing is, when you do that, when you kind of turn your emotions off, you're turning a blind eye to what needs to heal. You're turning a blind eye to the work that needs to be done. Okay, because you just don't want to feel. So if you just don't want to feel, then you're going to result to things that you can kind of help you escape. And if you're going to do that, then in other words, what you're saying is, I'm just going to stay in this cycle, and you don't know if you're staying in the cycle because you feel like you emotionally closed yourself off to it, so you wouldn't go back through it. So there's no need for you to worry about it because you shut yourself down. No, the whole idea is for you to feel the feels. Okay, the whole idea is for you to go through it, to learn the lesson, to learn how to balance your emotions the next time if it happens to come back around again for you. You know how to you will be better equipped to handle the situation moving forward. So yeah, that's what's it right here. This is starting on it. And this is deep right here. This is definitely soul lessons. Look, then you get the sun crosses all of it, as in it's all about your happiness. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. What you need to work on is your healing. What you need to work on, it goes from the 8 to the 7 of Pentacles, is what you're investing in. A judgment call is being made on it. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, and then you get the King of Cups. So this is about how you feel, intuitively understanding and knowing what you need to do, knowing the truth in the situation. When it comes down to your intuition nudging you, when it comes to the 6 of Cups. Okay, things from the past. Okay, things you may have taken a risk on. Okay, and it's like that. It's a mistake or whatever. It led to a lot of endings. That's okay. That's okay. When it comes down to collaborating with other people, when it comes down to you speaking your truth, okay, speaking about moving forward, being successful, tempering yourself, balancing yourself out to have these new beginnings, okay, it's like what's for you is what's for you. And if you going out and you saying, look, I want to heal, I want to start working on myself, and you got somebody here like, well, work out this blunt, work out this beer, work out this bottle, work out this, that. You know what? You work it out over there in the alleyway, okay, because I need to be over here. All right, I just told you what I need for me, and you're not respecting that. You know, that requirement may need for me to shift you over here somewhere. Okay, I get to you when I get to you, because obviously, because what's happening is you getting to me with your energy. Release other people's emotions. Okay, not fall into the trap. Oh, come over here and do it like this. No. I said I need to be over here handling me and in this form of fashion, and you trying to get me to do it in that way. I don't want to do it in that way. I'm always doing it in that way. I'm doing something different. You want to come with me and try it? All right, then go ahead. I ain't telling you to conform or do nothing you don't want to do. I'm telling you what I'm going to do. Yeah, King of Strands. Now the king is upright. Okay, now this is about your happiness. This is about what's being illuminated is that you need to take the action. What'll make you very happy is that you need to take the action. The enlightenment is coming by way of you taking the action. Period. Okay, the four of Pentacles is about you holding on to the Nine of Cups. Holding on. Okay, holding on to your wish fulfillment, holding on to what better suits you, holding on to what makes you feel emotionally whole, or a goal being accomplished that makes you feel exciting. It's exciting to be able to move forward towards your goals and what you've been wishing for, and blessings pouring in and opening up because you're taking the action. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, something that was taking a long time. It's something you've been procrastinating on, something you've been waiting on, or this is another person. Take it how it resonates. King of Strands. Yeah. Nine of Strands. So we get the Knight of Strands, Knight of Wands, and the Emperor. Exactly. On the King of Wands. Okay. So this is you now taking control of the situation. All right. And it's like you're moving quickly, but not as quick. Your actions is in steps. Yeah. Your actions is in steps. Page of Cups. It's about you being in your head now and about the Ten of Cups. About your happiness. And the Sun is here to say that you're taking action on that. Okay, so please do that. Don't let nobody deter you from what it is that you're trying to accomplish or do for yourself. Because even if you run it by them and they like, but what about this and what about that? They want you to be in your head in a way where, yeah, you know it's steps and levels to it. You already know it's steps and levels to it. It's like, but what about this? And make sure you think about that. Or I don't think you should do it. Or I don't think you should. What? Because you can't do it? Because you ain't thinking to do it? Because you ain't looking to take the step? Okay, I'm looking to take the step, and guess what? I'm just going to step. And hopefully every time I step, it'll be a step that comes up for me to keep stepping. If that's the way I'm supposed to go. If it's not, it's going to fall by the wayside. However, it needs to fall by the wayside. I'm going to learn the lesson from that. And if I decide to choose to do it again, then maybe I'll just wait until it's the opportune time to do so. But right now, I'm feeling like it is. So I'm going to go ahead and take that step. I don't know why I'm so on this right here, because it's like people in your energy that's like telling you or trying to nudge you to go in a different direction, opposite of what you need to do. And it's like a setup, you know, because they want you to take that misstep. They want you to move faster than you're supposed to. They want you to not take the step at all. It's like they want to give you all the reasons why you shouldn't do this thing or take this risk or whatever this is. And it's like, why are you, and then because it's coming from somebody that you care about, it's more like, oh, but I really love that person and they really care about me and we did this together and that together, so I'm sure they're not going to give me the wrong information. It's not so much of it being the wrong information, it's their information. And theirs can definitely be different from yours. Why? Because you have your own view of your own situation. So don't let nobody deter you from where it is that you're going or what it is that you're trying to do here. Okay, take control of the situation. Structure yourself. Balance yourself. Okay, you know what your goal is, what you have in mind, and what you need to do. And the Wheel of Fortune comes out. Exactly. This is your Wheel of Fortune. Judgment being made on it. This is your path. This is what you need to do. This is your fortunate event for you to learn. Page of Dice. Yeah, this is the information that will be coming in for you. All right. You also know that this may be something you're going through where you get information which is going to require you to have strength, because it's going to be some challenges. It's going to be some challenges when it comes down to the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. It's going to be a road. Okay. Whether this is a job, whether this is a contract, this is building a home, this is whatever this is, getting the loan, however it goes, you're getting the information. But it's a fortunate event that happens because you're supposed to get the information. You're supposed to have the strength to continue to move forward regardless of how burdensome and challenging it may be, because it's something that you want to move forward on. It's a goal you have. Ten of Pentacles is something that could be very lucrative, very stable, very balanced. If you could just get it, if you could just get it off the ground, if you could just, ooh, yeah. And it's not a figment of your imagination, but of others. You may have, it may, Five of Pentacles. It may be, you might be left out in the cold of this project. You might got to do it all by yourself, because other people already see that, oh, it's not going to work out. So they're not going to be there to help. This because they lazy as hell. They don't want to help any damn way. They ain't even helping themselves. Take care of the rest of these. Okay, but the Five of Pentacles could be where you feeling like, I don't really have enough money for that. It could be somebody just simply saying, you know that how much that's going to cost you, right? Okay. And if you, my friend, I'm sure when the project is done, you're going to want to be all up in it. So do you want to help me with it? Mm-hmm. Because one coin and my coin and your coin make two coins. All right, we already a step ahead on that part. Okay, but Seven of Dice, Seven of Swords. This is about your plans. Two of Dice, and you making a decision on it. Two of Swords. Okay, Two of Swords. Making a decision on if you're going to walk away with the Eight of Cups, walk away from an Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity. Ace of Swords, and that's the truth. No, you don't walk away because somebody else is giving you their opinion on how it's going to be so long, or it's going to take you 20 years. It would have took you 20. When I think about it and I have it all planned out, it looked like it's only taking me 5. But whatever. Moving forward, make peace with uncertainty, Gemini. It may take a while. It may take a while to find clarity about a situation. Be patient. Know that invisible healing forces are at work during this phase. All right. So it's the unknown here. Okay. Something you're not sure about. You're not sure which way you're going. You're not sure if it's going to work out. You're not sure if you're going to get the job. You ain't sure if you're going to get you ain't sure if the bills is going to be paid on time. You ain't sure if you're going to be able to take care of this, take care of that. You're not sure if it's going to all come together the way you need it to. You ain't sure. You just ain't sure. And that's all right to not be sure. But you need to know this. Oh, change is coming. Number 7. Period. Okay, I am here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is the time of joyous opportunities. So where you're sitting here and you're saying, I'm just uncertain about this and I'm uncertain about that, I'm not clear, I'm not sure. Guess what? Just sit on it. Continue taking the steps, but just sit on it, because what needs to be clarified will be clarified. Whatever it is that you need to know, it will come to you. Your intuition has already been telling you. Ugh. If your intuition has been talking to you and you got the clarity that you need, then you're going to get the confirmation that's coming in about it or for it. If you're moving forward on some type of creative endeavor or whatever it is going on in your life, it could be a relationship. Take it how it resonates, and you're not sure about it. Please know, just take the steps, go with the flow of things, and continue moving forward. Can move forward in the way that you know you're bringing solutions to your issues if they happen to arise for you. All right. But at the same time, don't get caught up in the fact of, I got to get the answer. I got to get the answer. You know, sometimes when you go digging for something, you will find it. But at certain times, and a lot of times, you don't need to go digging for it. If you know you're good for it, you don't have to go dig for it. Okay, I'm good for all of this to come. Okay, I'm good. I deserve all of this to come. The way I set my goal, I had my goal, and how I'm taking the steps to do it, I deserve the outcome that I'm looking for. I deserve it. So therefore, whatever hiccup is coming, it's okay. I'm not even going to I'm not about to put myself in that energy of, oh, but what if it fall by the way? No, I'm not about to open that door. I'm opening that door to fear now. I'm opening that door to now when I'm walking, I'm shaking like, ooh, do I even take this step? No. Be confident and take the step. When it comes down to this transformation, this one, you're being guided. You're guided through every transformation. Okay. But this transformation is an exciting transformation. This is one where everything is going to fall in place. All right. So it's no need for you to be, Not to say that you're not going to be uncertain. Of course, you're going to be uncertain if you don't have it all, if it didn't all unfold for you, you know. You didn't get the answers completely yet. You're not sure if it's going to work out in the end. Please know that it will work out. Okay, because what you don't see is that your angels, your ancestors, your past over loved ones, God is working it out in the background for you. It's being set up for you in the background, which you can't see. So whatever it is that you need to do to continue moving forward to get to that goal, okay, to accomplish it and whatever, however, get whatever information, the wisdom, the knowledge, pray about it and keep moving forward. And the change is coming. It's happening now. It's happening now. So have faith. Have faith. Okay, take control of your thoughts when it comes down to it as well, Gemini. Take control of your thoughts. Practice the patience that you may need. That's required in all of this. Okay, press the pause button. Take a day off from being frustrated with yourself and others. Patience reaps great rewards. Okay, so reaps. So somebody here is seeing something, but they're not seeing something very clearly. It's like you can see it, you know that's not what it said, but at first you didn't get it. Yeah. So whatever it is, the confirmation or whatever it is, whatever clarity is needed in your situation is definitely going to be coming. And it's going to come very quickly. So make sure you're paying attention to your dreams, synchronicities, okay, numbers, you repeating things, deja vu, okay, all of that, ringing in your ears, okay, you stepping one way and being called to go in a different direction, even though this one is quicker, but you're supposed to go this way the long way. All right. And I say that because I was driving yesterday to get my daughter from school, and I had to make a stop into town, and instead of actually going the shorter way, I ended up taking the long way, like we were going back home. And what would have took me 15 minutes to get into town turned around and took me 35, 40 minutes. Okay. So, and not squawking about it. It was needed. It was needed because I seen a lot along the way. I heard a lot along the way. It was a lot of information I was able to gather and a lot of clarity that I was able to gather along the way. So it was a beautiful thing. So do pay attention to all of that, Gemini. And this will conclude your messages. And I'll catch you later, Gator. Bye.